Oh, welcome back. Welcome back to the Morning Connection. Our guest is Maxine Stowe, and we've been talking about the events which will celebrate, memorialize, and bring greater understanding of the culture in our own indigenous Rastafari group. See how I pause between the two words?
Ras, Tafari. Ras is a title, isn't it?
Yes, it is a title.
And Tafari was one of his other titles.
Yeah, yeah.
The
And
brother
so,
teach me.
yeah, even the conjoined word Rasta, what does it mean? Because someone gave me a meaning. I want to
I
know if
mean,
I got it right.
anything, as you know, language,
Mm-hmm.
you have nouns, adjectives, adverbs, etc. So once you have a noun, which is Rastafari, then as you go through, like,
Derivatives come out
derivatives
of right.
arrive. So
Because
we just have to manage the derivatives that they don't replace the noun.
true, because of course time and usage will change the
Change
meanings
the meanings
of
of
things.
words, yeah.
Because someone told me that Rasta means man of God. Are you
Yeah,
familiar with that?
Rastafari.
Yeah.
So,
No, I'm saying Rasta
Ras-
is a shortening of Rastafari.
I know,
Rastaman,
but then I
Rasta.
was given a unique meaning for it as man of God. No, never heard it
Well, I mean, man is God. That's
in the.
that's
in
the whole
from
essence of His Imperial Majesty. That's God on earth.
Mhm.
That is the difference. God in the sky, God in whatever,
Mhm.
is God on earth. God
Let me-
is
let me
on
ask
man. So if you notice, another major culture that does that. In fact, the Pope is seen as a man that has
divine
special
divine
access,
authorization. Yes.
really?
The Emperor of Japan
Yes.
is the, you understand? So
Yeah.
within the
God.
culture
In Korea.
in
was the
Korea,
same.
so it's the presence and the power that you have and to shape, etc. You know that.
And even ancestral worship is based in the awareness that the spirits of the
continuities.
ancestor is a connection to the divine, which becomes accessible to you through intercession and contact.
Right. So it's just a matter for me, my personal, is the issue of slavery and what it did to the African personality of how it, turned you into chattel and you had to fight against all of those descriptors and actions.
Dehumanized you, leaving you
so
now
for
to
you
reclaim
to
your
find
humanity.
your humanity. And they did it under the rubric of their Christian religion. The first ship that came here with African slaves was called Jesus.
Yes, I know. Many
You
of
understand what
my
I'm saying?
listeners tell me that Jesus is a ship that took slaves from Africa.
Forgot. Right.
you know
so
what-
so I'm saying to reclaim your humanity is also a process. It's not just going to drop
It
and
will
occur.
not happen, right.
So you have to be in the business of culture. So that's one of the main benefits of the Rastafari culture in Jamaica.
In Jamaica.
Like any
know-
social scientist, stepping outside of, ourselves and observing the role of Rastafari in Jamaica is to keep and to provide a platform for the African that has been disconnected to reconnect.
To be the bridge, the
To
crucible.
reconnect to that. Whether you
Yeah.
profess, when people say, how many members are Rastafari? I say, millions. In the Jamaican context, because
yeah.
even if they don't take on all the aspects of the faith,
If they don't make the vow.
make the vow, like if we're in the inner city communities, the person that gets the most respect amongst the community is the Rastafari.
I'm not so sure
Huge
about
respect.
that. I'm not so sure about that.
Are you in a city community?
I
No,
work
no,
in there
when-
all the time. No, I do have to be in there, but to interact
No,
with
she
the people.
said
I
when she
wanted to
said that
ask you a
you're there.
question.
Yeah,
though.
go ahead though.
The question was, okay, so His Imperial Majesty, when he came here in 1966, made a statement because the Ethiopian Orthodox Church, he has said categorically when they ascribe to him certain things, he says he believes he believed in Christ. How do you reconcile that with what he said and what you do in terms of your present realities?
It's different. All right. I look at life multidimensional,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so his presentation and
Mhm.
how he presents himself in terms of he's speaking to a wide variety of people. He's a world
Audience.
leader. He's representing himself in a certain context.
Mm-hmm.
I am addressing him in what he represents to me.
Okay.
You understand? So, as a not just as a descendant of the Solomonic dynasty.
No, he was.
No, I'm saying not just as.
He
I'm
was,
not-
because we understand that connection.
no,
with,
no. I understand. I'm just presenting to you that the works that he did
Mhm.
were redemptive in
Mhm.
relation
We
to
understand
the
that.
African,
Yes,
right?
we understand that. That's very clear.
Right. So, what he represents to you, what you hear when he speaks,
and how you interpret
and
it.
what I hear when he speaks.
But if
is-
somebody said something out of their mouth, like,
Mhm.
okay, when Jesus was on the earth and he was walking and he said, all right, they said, show us the Father. And him say, well, you mean I've been with you all of this time? And you ask me that question. If you see me, you see the Father, because I come to represent the Father. That's what he said, right? And he made a lot of statements, because in his culture and his context, some people rejected him, some people thought he was a mad person. But the thing that separated him, he says, okay, I'm going to die. And in 3 days, I'm going to be resurrected.
All right, Pastor.
Yeah,
I'm
so-
trying to follow the
No,
line of thinking.
no. I know she said something, and that's why I'm asking her if somebody says something out of their mouth.
No, I'm going even beyond that.
Right, okay.
Because I'm detecting that there's a perspective of a contest between Rastafari as the representative of God on earth
Mm-hmm.
and the position of Christ as the representative of God on earth.
Right.
Is that what you're
No,
highlighting?
no. I'm
Because
just asking. No.
I'm
In
trying
the
to-
time. No, I just asked a question because he said that.
This will be one of the Thursday sessions.
No, not that. So because we are Thursday, I'm just asking you to at some point in time, one has to reconcile what
Are
somebody
you saying
has.
there's an inconsistency between
What he
Rasta's
said.
belief and
what
what
he said? Yes, that's what I'm asking. Do you think there is? Because some people contend that there is, but in your own, you said there are many perspectives.
Well, she has
In
answered
term-
it. There's
uh-huh.
no inconsistency.
No,
Because
ma.
we are close to 10. And I
Okay.
don't want it to leave as an unfinished. Her
Okay.
response, as I understand it, is that when a man speaks of himself, he speaks from his own position of humility and who he says he is.
Right.
But to the hearer, the person sees him in a particular context and is free to regard him in that context.
Right. So
Someone might see you as a great pastor with a certain
No, me not
infalli-
it-
level
not
of
it-
No, but it
infallibility.
came
No.
up.
But
It
when
came
you
up when the
speak about
government
yourself, you may say
asked
different things.
His Imperial Majesty to deny the Rastafarians. You understand what I'm saying? To say that the Rastafarians say
context.
that you are their deity.
And
Can
his
you
answer-
please tell them that you're not? And he says, no, he cannot. Because that is
That's what they
that's
see.
what they see.
I can't tell a
Okay,
man
You
so-
what
understand what I'm
he
saying? So
So-
the
so
same
that's
way that
why-
you're speaking to me, right? So
that's why I'm understanding your response in
Ah, there
terms
you
of
go.
what it is.
Happy to
Even
be of
though
help.
You said something else. That's why I'm just
Happy
trying
to be of help.
Right.
Context
okay, because
is
we said we're
important.
coming.
Yes,
The context
it's-
is very
we're at
important.
the point
you know,
where-
so I was asking
and
that.
can I tell you, if you are listening on whatever, if you're watching, you will see that there's almost like a little mini hurricane going on here.
Yes,
The
because
wind
it's
is high,
blowing, yeah.
and Maxine, your mask just went flying.
All right,
I saw it.
It's gone.
I saw it
It's gone.
escaping.
It was flying out of here.
signifying the end of COVID.
And the arrival of what?
Yeah.
Arrival of
Yes,
what?
because when
them say
one
other
goes,
things are come. But
something
anyway, we won't take
SSN.
that one
I
on.
gotta give a shout out to my sister Glow Joe, who is loving the positive vibes and the reset of Rastafari. Yes, we get a right. We got a message from Glow Joe. And I gotta say thank you as well to those who are online and on
asking
air,
the questions.
supporting the effort and asking the questions. Clearly, it's not anything that can be delved into deeply in one morning.
Well, that's why we need a month.
That's why we need a whole month, and some might say we need a
whole
season.
year.
So looking forward to Sizzla next week Thursday. Next
yeah.
week Thursday, Sizzla coming.
Yes,
Invested.
Sizzla Kolonji.
That's his name.
Kolonji?
Sizzla
Yeah.
Kolonji. What does Kolonji mean?
I'll Google it, but I don't know it off.
But it means something.
It means something.
It must mean something.
That's
I know.
presidential and
It is.
regal.
I know. I mean,
All
I know
right.
it means something. in your
Let me say
community.
thanks
Yeah.
to those back at the studio who have made the morning's events possible, and especially to the crew who on spot here fighting gale force winds.
That's true.
Keeping us on air, producer, and to my niece, the lovely Eden. There's more from Glow Joe. This is okay. SOS, please, Stephanie and crew at the SOS Village. You know, to be in any kind of parenting role, whether you're a surrogate, you're a guardian, whatever it is a blessing that the SOS Village is in operation and is taking care of the children. And to hear that the majority of them are boys tells us that whatever we can do to support the work that they're doing, it needs to be done. And I know that the Morning Connection is going to do a telethon. It's a very old-fashioned thing, and we'll need more than one telephone lines. but we want to be as supportive as we can. Please, you can call them at 876-979-5850, or you can visit their website at sos.jamaica. No, this looks like sos-jamaica.org. And you know you have to do the World Wide Web, the www. Please join us in the coming weeks as we go through this whole business of digital literacy as well. I'm sorry, Maxine, you were saying.
No, I just wanted to note that the calendar can be seen on Facebook at the Rastafari Millennium Council page.
Excellent.
You know, because we're
Yes.
coordinating.
We have 10 minutes. We don't have to rush. Oh, thank you. All right, let me see. Takia said, good morning, Minette. Crew all on board. Yes, good morning to you, Taki. Delroy Henry says, greetings, Miss Lawrence. Thursday blessings. I thank you for that. Special shout out to the guests. Very interesting listening to you all sharing your knowledge and experience. Jalov to you, madam. Yes.
I like
always
Irie.
when it-
I like Irie.
Irie. You like
What it
Irie.
means. I rule I destiny. That's like
I eternity.
I-
I
eternity.
rule I eternity. Because
Yes.
we're eternal beings.
Because it wouldn't be. Oh, well, let's not pronounce the one that ends with D. Ired. I see ahead of us a conversation about Christianity and the beliefs of the
Yeah, that's Prophet
Rastafari.
Greg.
But I just want to acknowledge before we dive into that minefield, the two are not mutually exclusive.
No.
In many ways, the philosophy that seeks to give full effect to what Christ himself said, by this you will know my followers, that they love one another as I have loved you. Everywhere you go, the Rastaman is telling you love. And I think if we can, well, we're always saying here, let's focus on what unites us and not what divides us. I know that I carry divine DNA. I don't have to be told that because I know that I am made in the image of the Creator. And He has made everybody else in the image, and there are always levels. So if one person is seen by others as carrying the imprint of the highest expression of the divine presence, I can't fault persons who look and say that Mother Teresa is a saint or a demigod or whatever, however you want to recognize it. We are all looking around to see of mankind who best represents how God wants us to be. So my hope is that when we come to those discussions, we recognize that it is not a contest, because it is one love, one God. Pastor, over to you.
So, as I've said, I was a part of a So I've done some interesting things in my life. I'm wondering. Again, open for dialogue. Let's discuss. Let us put the information on the table. You said something interesting a while ago, Maxine, that when he visited in 1966, you said, and the then government was saying to him, you need to tell them that his son. He says, I can't tell them that. I'd love to see the
actual
transcript of what was taking
Yeah,
place.
yeah.
Because some
We
of the
have that
times you don't
transcript.
even
You don't
know.
get the context.
You don't get the context in terms of what was said. So
Does it remind you of another man who said, who was asked, "Are you the king? Are you the king of the Jews?"
you said.
He said, "You say I am."
I say another word to you.
Yes.
You
so
know,
I have a feeling that the emperor was reflecting on those words.
Before.
When he answered, he said, "I can't tell you what to believe. If you say I am, God bless you."
Then he backed it
God
up with
bless
what
you,
he
Sister
did.
Max. All right, we're doing the real wrap up now because we're at that point. Thank you all very much. Have a wonderful weekend. You know that Thursday is the new Friday on the Morning Connection. So we're stepping into our weekend. And we just thank you for all the support during the week. I am excited by the program that is ahead of us. I've loved being, able to share on the level that we share on this program. Pastor Percy, thank you so much as always for your counsel and your presence and your
Well, being
co-authorship
here. Yes.
of what we do here. Producer,
You know, I got
intern
another
niece,
full day.
thank you all very much, and Miss Maxine, we're indebted to you for sharing with us.
Thank you.
Yes,
Queen.
bless.
Queen.
Empress,
Queen.
Empress.
Yeah, look at next week, Thursday.
So you are going to share with
Kalonji.